do you support black-only dormitories?
I mean, I would probably live in one, but I mean that.
Wait, so you don't want to live with white people?
I didn't say. I mean, I didn't say that. But
would you support white-only dormitories?
it's some around here. Not many black people go here, so it technically is white only if you think about it.
No, it's not. I'd say your skin color means nothing.
I completely agree.
You're a black person. Are you hunted at the university?
You know, I don't feel hunted at this university, but I guess the difference between me and some people here is that I don't choose to be a victim, Charlie. Which I don't see the color of my skin as a disability. I see it as simply an accessory that I couldn't control.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are good. Guys, today we're going to be reacting to Charlie Kirk confronts college students' idea for race-based dorms. Guys, let's get right down to this.
What are some examples of critical race theory? Because I know, like, another question that another girl came with, she said that she had to learn CRT in her sorority, and what I thought it was is that, you know, you should know how to interact with people of other races, because I went to a school where it's, you know, mostly Caucasian people, and I had to learn how to interact with other people. So is it something like that, or is it something deeper that we don't really know?
No, it's super simple. So let me just kind of ask you, I bet we agree. Do you support black-only dormitories?
Well, when I think of black-only dormitories, I believe that you're talking about, like, maybe HBCUs, because it's mostly black people.
No.
Where are these?
Western Washington University, public school in Washington, has black-only dormitories. Is that something you would support?
I mean, I would probably live in one, but I mean that.
Wait, so you don't want to live with white people?
I didn't say. I mean, I didn't say that. But I mean, it's kind of hard sometimes. Like, I have multiple. I mean, you know, I have a lot of white friends or whatever, but sometimes, I mean, it's hard to fit in here. Well, when you go here and you're a different color, I mean, it's not hard to.
What would you support? White-only dormitories?
It's some around here. Not many black people go here, so it technically is white only if you think about it.
No, it's not. No, I mean, let me ask you another question.
I don't think anybody here would. Oh, well, some people might, you know, support that. I mean, I never said I supported any only kind of thing.
That's why I'm asking, right? I think that, you know.
Do you support white only dormitories?
Absolutely not. I think it would be racist.
It's preposterous. I believe that.
And guess what? Black only dormitories are racist too.
I mean, I guess so. I might live in one if I could, but I can't, so.
Okay, well, let me ask you another question. At Columbia University, they have black-only graduation ceremonies. Would you support that?
I mean, is it just like, so are they not able to graduate with the white people? Is that why they can't?
Well, they have a separate ceremony just for black people.
Oh. I mean, I guess it's kind of like the separate ceremony when they don't want to go to graduation. They want to do it online. That's how I think of it.
So do you think segregation is evil and wrong?
I mean, black people weren't even able to join sororities here until 2012, so not the PhD one. So, you know, segregation here. George Wallace stood in front of the doors. I just know
that's not true, and like, there's.
Okay, when were PhD sororities and fraternities desegregated? 2013. Oh,
so you're trying to tell me that black people were not able to join a fraternity because of the color of their skin?
Do you remember George Wallace too? Segregation now, segregation, you know, for all, forever.
That's what
happened as well.
That's what you're espousing when you say that black-only graduation ceremonies or dormitories.
Black-only graduation ceremonies are the least of our problems, least of yours. Do you think that you'll be able to go to a HBCU and have this same turnout and have these same people? Let me tell you.
I would hope so, but I mean.
So what would you say to them?
But here's the thing. I'm sorry, what?
What would you say to a room full of black people about critical race theory?
You know what I would say? I'd say your skin color means nothing.
I completely agree. I have been going here for 3 years. I'm a junior. I have. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I have most definitely faced racism and prejudice, no matter what I believe in, and it's just really hard to sit up here and listen to people come up here and say, "Oh, I don't want to learn CRT." It's just making you able to interact with other types of people. I have no problem.
No, it's not. So let me just tell you. So at the Georgia public schools in Atlanta, they put black sixth graders in one classroom and white sixth graders in another classroom. Is that evil?
I've never seen. Can you show me a video of those kids?
Atlanta segregation of public schools.
Well,
it was national news.
I have, not to interrupt, but I have family members that go to schools in these areas, and I also have people who live in redlining districts where they can't go to good schools.
Do you support segregation?
No, I do not.
Okay, we agree. Therefore, black-only dormitories and black-only graduation ceremonies and putting sixth graders in one classroom based on skin color or the other Those
source
are
of these?
those are outgrowths of CRT.
So learning. So okay. So tell me, give me an example of what critical race theory is. I don't.
So
that was my first
I'll be
question.
happy to tell you. So critical race theory is an emphasis at saying skin color matters, that the color of someone's skin is important in judging the value of the human being.
I get that, but if you were teaching a class that is like that was talking about critical race theory, we were all sitting here.
Yes.
What would your lecture be? Like, tell me what are your points? Like, who is this author that you're
So
reading
Herbert
from?
Marcuse and
Okay.
an author by the last name of Spinoza wrote a book called One-Dimensional Man in the 1960s. Herbert Marcuse came from the Frankfurt School in the 1930s, and he started this at Columbia University. Coming out of a Marxist belief of power dynamics, he believed that power struggles were not just the rich versus the poor, but also black versus white. And he wanted to expand the kind of conversation to also engage racial dynamics. Inherent in critical race theory is a belief that people are not individuals, they're members of tribes. Inherent in the idea of critical race theory is that there is no free speech or reason or scientific inquiry. These are white supremacist, Eurocentric constructs that have been put into the Western world. And the one that I think that is most prevalent, CRT believes racism is everywhere, that racism is the norm, that racism is within our systems, it's in our language, it's in our customs, it's in our codes, it's in all these sorts of things. Now, that's a super quick version of what CRT is, so happy to dive into that more, but I think we don't have to overcomplicate it, which is, do you think people should be judged based on the color of their skin?
It's not that I think that, but it's that it's happening, and you cannot ignore that I might not be treated the same as him as
So
he walks
you're
through
right,
the door.
it is happening. Like at Coca-Cola, they say they need to train their employees to abolish whiteness. At AT&T, they said they would need to train their employees to get rid of whiteness. We have a supply and demand issue with racism in our country. We have an incredibly low supply of racism and incredible demand to try to fulfill it. So we've created racism where it doesn't exist and try to turn everyone into mini racists against each other, which has now manifested itself into a massive anti-white movement in our country where I believe, more than anything else, we should care about character, not skin color. Do you agree with that?
It's not. I don't believe that you understand what I'm saying. It's not that I don't agree with not. I'm sorry. Oh, it's not that I don't agree with, you know, what you just said, but you have to realize that black people are like white people are not being hunted after. Y'all can come here and live a great freaking life. Alabama is a safe haven. The PhD fraternities and sororities are a safe haven
You
for
think
white
you're
people.
being hunted?
Let me tell. Okay, y'all can laugh, but until you have walked as a black person on this campus, y'all truly don't understand. And I've gone to school with white people my whole life. I've gone.
So
but it's just.
I will end with this. You're not being hunted at the University of Alabama, and there is no boogeyman that's trying to get you.
It's not. You're making it seem.
You live in the least racist country in the history of the world.
You're in Alabama. You are literally in the place where it's not okay.
You mean the place that has given you more talking time than any other person here, and where they sit
you think you're supposed to shut me
respectfully.
down and be like, go sit down? I mean, of
Yes,
course I'm going to talk to you.
that would
What
have
you gonna respond to
happened
me?
100 years ago. You're right. 100 years ago, you might not have been allowed to come into this room,
So
which
I'm
would have
supposed to
been
bow to you because that's
which would have been
that's
evil.
happening?
No, instead, we are here, we're creating a movement to say we never want to go back to the segregation that once existed in this country that is now being pushed by people in corporate America, in academia, and other places. We want to strive for a country that cares about character and the soul and the spirit of the individual, not on tribes, not on the melanin content in people's skin. And I will say this as compassionately as I can, is that you are not being hunted as a black person in America. There is not a single statistic that affirms that. There's not a single data point. Instead, the opposite is true. We are the least racist, most accepting, multiracial country in the history of the planet, and I pray one day you'll be thankful to live in that country.
Okay.
Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you.
Everybody.
CJ, come here. Really quick. I have a question. Come here. Go right there. Right there. So CJ, just really quick, you're a black person. Are you hunted at the university?
You know, I don't feel hunted at this university, but I guess the difference between me and some people here is that I don't choose to be a victim, Charlie, which I think is the biggest problem we have here today are people who wake up every single day looking for a reason to be oppressed, looking for a reason to cry and make an excuse about why they're not in a position to go win. I don't see the color of my skin as a disability. I see it as simply an accessory that I couldn't control. I've been black all my life. I've been black today, and I'm thriving here. I think that's a roll tide right there, right? I don't know.
And so, CJ, let me ask you, CRT, racist?
It's not just racist, it's the exact iteration of white supremacy, just in reverse. I think it's important that we start teaching young people not to hate other people because of the color of their skin. We can teach black people to be proud of who they are without telling white people they should be ashamed of who they are. You know?
Amen. So, closing thought, CJ. Is this trying to divide the country?
It's not only trying to divide the country, it's trying to break apart the foundation upon which it was built. You know, people forget the words of MLK, Rosa Parks, all those people who fought so hard for us to be united country, where we didn't see the color of one's skin, but their character.
Amen.
Sorry.
CJ, you're a great American. Give it up for CJ, everybody. So good. So good. God bless you, man. Everybody, this was great tonight. I want to thank some of the disagreements. It was great as always. Everybody, Alabama's a great state. It truly is. And I just want to say God bless this wonderful country and for everyone being here tonight. And in closing, the future is dependent on what you do. God bless you guys, and roll tide. God bless.
So guys, this was great. This was great. I really feel like I have a lot to say. And first off, I'm going to say that I kind of get the girl. No, for real. I kind of understand her point. I kind of understand her point, and I am trying so hard. I really do not want to say she's playing victim. I really do not want to say that. And that is because I feel like I kind of understand her. I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy. A lot of people are going to see her like she's playing victim now. She's playing pity card. But I feel like most times that's not the case, honestly. Let's take, for example, you know, he said about, I'm going to be serious. I'm going to be for real. If I were with, I'm someone who likes to socialize. I do not allow the color of my skin to hold me back from doing whatever I want to do. And most importantly, I do not and would never look down on myself, especially because of the color of my skin. Look, I am fucking proud of myself. That is one thing. I'm grateful to actually be black. That's what most people don't get. I would never trade my skin color for anything. And I love socializing. So when Charlie asked her that question, you know, you have the only black only dormitory, would you like agree with it? Personally speaking, for me, I wouldn't, because I feel like I want to get to know more people. I want to get to relate with a lot of whites. I want to get to know. I feel like people should be mixed. Like when you come to school, I feel like people should be mixed. Let's take, for example, my school. I'm not staying in school hostel, but I'm staying in a private hostel around school. And like you're mixed with different people. It's not like they say, okay, I'm schooling in Ghana. It's not like I'm not a Ghanaian. So it's not like they say only Ghanaians should stay in this hostel and then foreigners should stay in the other hostel. But at least like we are mixed, so you get to know new characters, you get to know what kind of people they are, you get to know new cultures. And I feel it's a very, 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 very beautiful thing. That's how I see it to be, because presently I'm a Nigerian staying with a Cameroonian, and I'm getting to know, like I'm getting to learn a lot from her. So I would also love the same if I was abroad. I would love to, you know, be mixed with whites and, you know, get to know them, because I have been with some whites before, and I have not really met anyone who is like trouble, but like they're cool. Just if your vibe blend, then that's it for you guys. But like apart from that, I really would not see. I get it. Okay, I get it. That's why I said I get what she's trying to. I get her point. Like she would maybe like the black only dormitory because she's a black, and you know, when we are together as blacks, there's this certain vibe that I feel like not everybody's going to catch. But so I get that part. I don't know if you understand me, but like I kind of understand that part. It's just like me saying we are having maybe a gathering, and like it's just Nigerians in that gathering. There's a certain vibe that we would, you know, give to ourselves. There's a certain vibe there that we understand. So if maybe a Ghanaian is there, they may not feel that vibe, they may not understand the whole thing, but like we get ourselves. So I feel like that was her point when she was like, yeah, like that kind of thing. But personally, I feel like we should be mixed because a lot of people want to get to know you, but you're like limiting yourself because you feel like you're black, so you shouldn't like mix with them. But like, fuck it, like you should get to know people, like not minding their skin color. I feel like that's most important. I really love, you know, CJ for coming up to talk about all those things. Like, never limit yourself because of your skin color, whether white or black. Do not limit yourself because of your skin color. I feel like you should be proud of whatever color you are, and you should be able to relate with other people of other race and like make friends, learn new things, because I feel like that is one beautiful thing to actually do. Not because it's crazy when I heard that the sixth graders, like, they would actually put you in, like, if you're black, you are in a different class. If you're white, that's rubbish. I feel like that's bullshit. They should allow the children to mix. I mean, I have seen a black lady with a white lady being best friends since when they were small. And like, I watched the video on TikTok and I saw that till date, like, they have kids and they are still best friends. So like, you get to know people, you get to learn new things when you're around them. So you saying, it's just like what he said, that they have black only's graduation, like, it's crazy. Nah, I am not in support of that. Like, people should be allowed to blend and not be limited or not feel restricted because of their skin colors, right? But guys, tell me what you think about this. Tell me what your view and thought is on this, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel. I love you guys.